All right, ladies, let's talk about it. Why do men like mean women? You could send a good morning text and they'll leave you on red, but tell them to shut up with a little side eye and they're in love. Make it make sense. What's the deal? This video is a compilation of pure chaos. Men exposing themselves, women spilling the tea, and some real aha moments. So grab your snacks, sit back, and enjoy the show. Oh, and speaking of leveling up, if you're still in your too nice for your own good era, it might be time for a glow up. My 30-day glow up journal planner will have you stepping into your baddie energy effortlessly. Check it out in the description. Thank me later. Now let's get into it.
I'm convinced that men like mean girls. Yeah. The ones that don't care if he calls, the one that don't care if he texts, the girls that's like, where's the funds? Not you, the one that's losing edges and sleep over him not calling, texting, or acting right. The baddie who knows her worth and knows that she is the bag. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and clear that roster full of men that don't have any funds and go ahead and get that baddie blueprint so you can tap into that baddie feminine energy before the new year.
Mean women win in life, and here's why. I'm not talking about somebody who's disrespectful and is mean to everybody they come across. I'm talking about the woman that has standards and is not to be effed with. Women like this often have really firm boundaries. Like, they do not play. If they tell you to call them at 8 and you think that you can call them at 9, baby, they're not answering the phone. That right there is the type of girl I'm talking about. Another thing, they may be self-centered, but it's not in the way that you think. They're just focused on themselves and making sure that they're not putting other people before themselves. Their cup is always going to be filled before they go and try to help others. 9 times out of 10, these women do not center men in their life. They've actually learned the art of decentering men, and they've seen that the benefits come more, right, with making themselves the priority. If you want to be this girl, get comfortable saying no and get comfortable with making yourself a priority. I hope this helps.
Hey girl, so have you ever been scrolling on Facebook and you've seen like one of your girlfriends or someone that you know either getting married or in an exclusive relationship, and you're like, why is she the one that is actually getting in a relationship and not me? She's kind of bitchy. Well, here's the thing. There's also a book called Why Men Marry Bitches, and I want to offer to you that the reason why men like women that are a little bit bitchier, it's not because they're bitchy. Men don't love bitches, just like women don't like assholes. They like women that are very clear about how they want to be treated and are very clear about what they want and what they don't want, because ultimately men want to please you. Pleasing you pleases them. But if you don't give them the roadmap, if you're not able to set boundaries, he will not know, and he will feel like he's getting set up for failure. And he will want to step away from that because he knows that he will never actually succeed. So part of the work is not to become a bitch, like some of these books will tell you to do, but to learn how to set boundaries. Because, girl, at the end of the day, even when you're in a relationship with a great guy, you're going to still have to be setting boundaries often. It's part of the work. It's part about being in a relationship. I hope this helps. Comment for more information or if you have any questions about this topic.
The best combination a woman can have is to be mean and to also be feminine. I feel like that's how you get exactly what you want out of this life. What is a mean woman? I think a lot of people see mean as someone that's nasty or rude or has an attitude, and that's not what I'm talking about at all. When I say a mean woman, I mean someone that stands her ground, doesn't take no bullshit, doesn't really care about impressing other people because she is secure in who she is, so she doesn't feel the need to go out of her way to present herself as someone that she's not. People take advantage of the fact that you're nice because they know that they could just walk all over you and you're not going to say anything, you're not going to complain, and you're not going to stand up for yourself. Feminine energy is very much more soft, is slow, you take your time with things. It's more about adorning yourself, making sure that you look good, feel good about yourself on the inside and the outside, and people are perceiving you in a way that's very soft and slow. With a feminine woman, you wouldn't just treat her roughly, you would take time, treat her with care, things like that, putting yourself first. If you are always at everyone's beck and call, then how are you gonna have time to be in your feminine energy and put time into you when you spend all day putting time into other people, catering to their needs?
Ladies, men want to be stressed out. See, what you don't realize is that Men are prone to stress. They are fully equipped to handle stress. They like stress. And they like women that stress them out. It is those type of women that they obsess over. Not the nice girl. Not the super nice girl who is waiting at home for him. No, that is not the dream girl. Yeah, he may keep you in his life, but you are the placeholder. You are not the dream girl. You are not his dream girl. Because, ladies, the dream girl is someone who fuses that man. The dream girl is somebody who confuses that man. The dream girl is the one that knows how to instill obsession in that man. There is no obsession without confusion. And there is no confusion unless a woman is detached. So in order to confuse the man, in order to keep him in this state of confusion with you, you have to be unpredictable. And you can't be unpredictable unless you are fully detached. So this is a skill that you need to learn to master. Because the dream girl, his dream girl, the woman that he puts on a pedestal, she's not predictable. She's not predictable. She's not someone that he knows her every move. She's not sat waiting for him to call her. She's not there available for him. She doesn't jump when he says jump. The dream girl is detached. She prioritizes herself and she centers herself. And then the man has no choice but to center his life around her. He has no choice but to free up time for her. He has no choice but to run after her. It is very simple.
We're going to be talking about mean women get more than nice women. So mean women typically means that you have standards, that you don't take no BS, and that you want what you want and you said what you said. And if they can't deliver, then you're going to be upset about it until you get your way. This is the definition of what most men call mean women. And a lot of men secretly like mean women because it makes them better as a man. It teaches the man how to treat you. And it also gives them a challenge. And it also feels like their job is never done, so they must continue on. It also engages them in an emotional connection to you, because even anger or being mean to someone angers them, which is still an emotion. So if you allow them to feel some type of emotion, even if it's anger towards you, you're still luring them in. Okay? So this is why mean women get more and men are more emotionally attached. So when you're too nice, there's no challenge there. There's no standards there. They can get away pretty much with anything. There's nothing to you. You're nice to everyone.
I'm gonna use this whiteboard to explain to you why men fall in love when you're mean. But please pay attention to the very end or else it won't make any sense.
Let's say you have a watch here, okay? Then we have watch number 2 here. We'll say this watch is a Rolex. Watch number 1 is just a regular watch. Price of this watch is $20. And the price of this Rolex watch here is $20,000. If I were to ask you which one would you want out of these 2 watches, which one would you want me to give you? Now I'm gonna ask you again. If I were to tell you you can only have one of these 2 watches, one being worth $20,000 brand new from the factory, or one watch that has been passed down for generations in your family, which watch would you rather have in your possession? When I added in the sentimental value of the watch being passed down from generation to generation and belonging in your family for this period of time, all of a sudden, the value of this $20 watch increased. And for some of you, depending on how much you love your mother, your grandma, and your great-grandmother, right, this watch value could have increased all the way to an infinite amount of money. And when I say infinite amount of money, I don't mean you can go to the pawn shop and get an infinite money glitch by pawning off that watch. I mean that its own personal value to you has increased because of what that watch means to you, This is a perfect example of why it doesn't matter whether or not you have the biggest dump truck, whether or not you have the biggest, most voluptuous yitties, because men aren't attaching your value to how big your yitties are or how big your dump truck is. They're attaching the value of you to the experience they have with you. And the experience they have with you is always going to be affected by how hard or easy it is to get access to you. So, ironically, when you're mean to men, and they have to in turn work harder for you, all of a sudden you're requiring men to put in a lot more sweat equity.
Men like mean women. Let's talk about it. Men like when they're treated like they like when they have a woman that gives them resistance and she's not super nice. The woman that's not as accommodating and not as flexible. The men, they like that woman. And it could be because men like competition. Men like the chase. So it could be that that's why they like more difficult and challenging women. It could be because they also need something to prove. Like, if I can get this girl who act like she don't want me, then yeah, you know, does something for their ego. It could be. But statistics show that men like to be treated bad. All I'm saying is it's hard out here for the nice girl. It is hard out here for the lover girl who just wants to love on her man and, oh, it's okay, I'll work with you. Men do not want that. And before the men jump in the comments, oh, that's not true. Nice guys finish last too, and da-da-da-da-da, save it. Because let me tell you something. Nice guys finish last only when they don't have no money. And the reason why I say that is because a man with money has leverage. A woman does not have leverage with money to a man. Men are not looking for women that have a lot of money. They're not aspiring to be with women who have a lot of money. It's usually in reverse. So at least a guy, if you're nice and you have money, at least it gives you leverage, even though you're still the nice guy. You may not be the one with the swag. You may not be all of that, but at least you have something to work the room for, you know what I'm saying? If you feel like you can't get it off a personality, money will give you leverage. Women do not have that luxury. If you're a nice girl who finishes last, you will be that way whether you have money or not. Which I feel is broken on both ends, because I feel like, why don't the nice girls just get with the nice guys? But that don't happen like that either. I'm a lover girl, so I'm not mean. I'm just not that way when I love you. If I don't love you, if I'm not interested in you, then yeah, that's probably why the guys who I don't like be liking me. There it is, because guys don't like nice girls. So when I mean, that's why there it is.
Stop being nice to these men. They don't want no nice woman. They want somebody that's mean to them. You over there trying to figure out what to do, helping him in situations and scenarios, things coming up in his life. You look like Pete Misha. That's what you look like. Don't help no grown man. Don't help no grown man. Hear me when I say this, and don't be nice to no grown man. Men love mean women. You being nice to him ain't gonna make him nice to you. All it's gonna do is make him act worse. So when he act up, you act wronger. It's not a word, but you need to do the most. Show him who's really in charge. You get what I'm saying? Men love when a woman is mean to them. Get out of that, oh, my heart just so good. You can have a good heart. You sure can. But be mean. And get what you want. I'm tired. I'm tired of y'all being nice. And nice gets you nowhere in this world. We see that on it. So if you were looking for a sign what to do today with that man, be mean to him. Get what you want out of him. Be mean to him. He gonna be lying and manipulating you anyways. Manipulate him back. Lie to him back. I don't know why y'all think men always tell the truth. Because they don't. They'll never tell you the truth. I don't care if you think you got the best man in the world. Don't ever say what your man won't do. Because he'll show you. He'll show you what he really about. And you got to show him who your daddy made. Y'all have a good Saturday.
The same way you are with a man that you don't like is the same way you have to be when you're dealing with a man that you do like. See, when you are around a man that you don't like, what do? You're more bitchy. You have an I don't give a fuck attitude. You just don't like him, right? You're hot and cold. You don't care. And that man loves that. Because in his mind, he's like, oh, she's just trying to play hard to get. All I gotta do is pursue. And she's gonna change her mind. But it's never gonna happen. Because why? You don't like him. It's genuine. You're being for real. Now, the difference with that, though, when you're with a man that you do like, you can't be super bitchy. You can't be super mean. You can't really just cause all this chaos all day long. You can't be mentally insane. Like, you can't do that. It's just enough. Just enough. Just enough. And you got him. Got him wrapped around your finger. Because these men need pain. They do. Just enough. Just enough. Stop listening to these men that say, oh, I don't need another headache. I don't need somebody bitchy. I don't need somebody causing me stress. I don't need somebody causing me pain. They're lying. They are a liar. They crave those type of women. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you really give that man what he claims he needs, which is, oh, I want a nice girl, submissive, and he's going to play you like a violin. And he's going to leave you for somebody else. For somebody that's bitchy. Somebody that's causing him just enough chaos. Somebody that's causing him just enough pain. And he's going to end up marrying that girl. It never fails. So stop listening to them. It doesn't matter what they think. This is about you. So, the same way you are with a man you don't like, you have to be the same way with a man you do like. Just give him enough. And he's going to thrive on that. And he's going to be on you like a bed bug. It's going to be hard to get rid of them.
Mean and demanding women get way more, and men are emotionally attached to them. Men secretly like it when we're mean to them and do not deal with any kind of BS because it pushes them to be more of a man. It doesn't matter what they say, you just have to know that this is true. If you are the nice one, you tend to be in the category of Barber the Builder, Doormat, Pick-Me, and Handy Mandy because you help build a man and fix a man and help a man to become a man. You're emasculating them and they will build resentment towards you. You probably care about what people think, you're probably a people pleaser, and they would see this as an opportunity to use you. It'll all be taken for granted because you're nice to everyone. It's not appreciated, it's not valued. Think about it a little bit. Why would you let a man rest in his femininity when he didn't even earn all that? Did he bleed once a month? Did he get cramp? If you are enabling him to be comfortable like that, why would he get out of there? Don't help. He doesn't need it, he doesn't want it. Don't waste your energy on him. Put it in yourself instead.
See, mean women will always get the men that some of you want because mean women don't care about these men's feelings. They care about themselves. So they're speaking that man's language because men don't care about women's feelings. They care about their own. They care about their own feelings. It's that simple. See, if men really wanted to be with nice women, it would have been, a lot of men would have been married by now. A lot of them. But a lot of these men choose to marry these mean women. Most women that are mean are married. It's the truth. Sorry. Not sorry. So, for the nice women, for instance, let's say a man keep texting you saying, what you do, what you do, what you do, what you doing? What do you normally say? You always reply back and say, oh, nothing, I'm doing this or I'm doing that. What are you up to? What are you doing? No, fuck that. How about not reply at all? No response is the best response. Or say you're boring. Or say, if you say, what you doing? Not you. She mean not you. Who's she doing it? And don't respond back again. See, you gotta give these men a taste of their own medicine because they're testing you to see how dumb you are for them. I remember one time, I was like 22. This guy I was talking to, he wanted me to meet him somewhere. And I was like, absolutely not. You invited me. So you can come pick me up. Or I'm not coming. So he like, oh, so you just gonna sit in the house and not go nowhere with me? I said, how about this? Because we were FaceTiming. I said, how about this? You can sit on this and spin, bitch. And I hung up. I didn't give a fuck. That man was blowing my phone up. And guess what? He tried to pick me up. See, they tried to test you to see how stupid you are. I'm trying to tell y'all, they're testing you like a child. It's like a child. You have to put a man in his place sometimes. You have to be a bitch. Me, I'm naturally that way. I don't care. Take it or leave it. I'm trying to help y'all because some of y'all are not getting the results you want because you're too nice. And if you continue being nice, you're going to be taken advantage of. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. These men know how to play the game very well. You just got to understand that as a woman, you can do it way better.
And there you have it. Pure proof that men really be out here chasing women who aren't even checking for them. Moral of the story, it seems like men are drawn to women who aren't overly emotional about them. And for us women, that can feel like straight up game playing, which it is, because when we actually like someone, we show it. We get attached, we invest, we care. But after that one heartbreak, oh, it's game over, baby. And y'all know what I'm talking about. That's when a lot of women start moving with an if you're here, cool. If you're not, oh well energy. And funny enough, that's when men start doing the most. Whether it's ego like, oh, she's not feeling me, that must be a lie. Or it's the thrill of the chase. They love trying to make you catch feelings just to feed their ego. But listen, ladies, the real moral of the story is keep yourself first. Stay selfish about your goals and your dreams and your boundaries. Never give in too quickly and let your guard all the way down. Because let's be real, the women who do, they're usually the ones who get played and ain't nobody got time for that. Alright, that's my 2 cents, but now I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think men really prefer women who don't care? Or is it just a toxic cycle? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. And before you go, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're here for more real talk and glow up content. And turn on that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Remember, this is how I continue to bring this good content to you all. So it's free to support. Oh, and if you're really serious about stepping into your best self, grab my 30-day glow up journal planner. Link is in the description. Trust me, you're going to want to have this in your life. Now, go binge another video. YouTube already knows what's next for you. So go ahead and click that one right there. I'll see you in the next one.